What's up for all fans? Mafia and Shep back with you again. Day 2. Just got down in Miami. We're filling in for you, talking about the biggest things happening in sports, making you wish you were both blind and deaf at the same time, of course, with these videos, but suck it up. Anyway, biggest topic of the day, Johnny Football. Johnny Manziel once again in the news, once again being stupid, partying, and getting himself in trouble with the Browns. Was going to be the starter for their game on Monday night. Now, down to 3. Not even 2, not even the backup. Kicked down to 3rd place because Pettin says, listen, told you when I gave you the job, don't screw up, don't be an idiot, and before you even take a snap, you're out there doing dumb things. I'm sick of you. Get to the end of my bench. Shep, what do you think about this? Is it the right move for the Browns to do this? And is this going to be the last straw for Johnny? Do you think at the end of the year they finally just throw in the towel, say we're done, we tried, you didn't grow up, get out of here?
Well, I think he should be done right now. I think the second that news broke, the fact that he finally has the responsibility, this is very new for him, that the hands have been passed to him as far as having the franchise's ear, having the fans' ear. All this focus is now on Johnny. It's his time.
Right, because they're going to give him the rest of the year, not even just this game.
Right.
They said, we're with you the rest of the way.
Right, and so you can almost justify it. I'm not saying you should, but you can almost justify it when McCown looked very good this season, when Hoyer had them at like a 3-game above 500 record. But the fact that Manziel is supposedly the leader of his team, and he is at a completely different state, by the way. He's not at home, he's not practicing with his teammates, he's not watching film. He's in a different part of the country, partying, and not just that, but looking like a dope doing it. Knowing that there's a camera right next to him, and him making facial signs like he's just like you and me.
About 4 cameras in there. There's about 4 people taking pictures, taking video, and he just loves it.
Right, and he
Sucking
knows
it all in.
And he knows it. And this is on the heels of the controversy with his girlfriend. I think I know what happened. You think you know what happened. We can't say it for legal reasons, but allegedly, at the very least, she was bruised, and she had to force herself out of the car. That's.
Let's not take that too far, because she was trying to throw herself out of the car. He was trying to bring her in by reports.
Right.
So you can think what you want. He wasn't charged, wasn't arrested, nothing wrong. They said you wasn't drunk driving. You can't hold that against him.
Right, but you can, because he's in this situation. And the commonality with Manziel is he finds himself in, I want to say harmful, and I'm being kind with the word harmful, situations. What boggles my mind is look, he's an idiot. He's an idiot, he's selfish, he's immature. What bothers me about this is the Cleveland Browns. They are laying out the red carpet for him, saying, you know what, Johnny, you can still be on our team. We still want you. But you're going to be on the 3rd string. But you're still part of the organization.
That's not laying out the red carpet.
That's
you're one step away from not even being on the team. That's
he's
not
still
red
on the
carpet.
team.
That's not red
he's
carpet.
Still on the team.
Come on. That's not red carpet.
How is it not on the red carpet?
Because you're 3rd string. That's barely making a paycheck.
It doesn't matter. He's 3rd string for now. Who
knows?
knows?
He might not even be dressed for the game on Sunday.
Okay,
that's not red carpet.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
he's 3rd string for now. But if they really thought that he was bad for this franchise, wouldn't they cut him at this point?
They will.
When they cut Pate?
They will.
Well,
once his pay is not guaranteed the rest of the year, they will get rid of him.
No, what they're doing is they're leaving a window open just in case. And they're going to say, you know what, McCown's hurt. You know what, Johnny paid his punishment. 2 weeks from now, let's give him another 4 weeks with the finale of the season. That's what I think they're doing. So they are laying the red carpet out for him. Listen, you can't start him now. The criticism and the heat that would be thrown the franchise's way if they were to start him would be unbearable. It'd be the worst decision in the NFL we have seen in God knows how long. So they can't start him. They have to do this. So that's what I mean. They're still laying out the red carpet.
I completely disagree with the laying out the red carpet. The right to punish him, I think they're probably going to get rid of him at the end of the year. I mean, this is a guy that, when he was coming out, I wasn't high on him, not because he didn't have the talent, but because I thought he was an idiot.
He
was immature. It's not even that short. He
like
made that work in college, though. He's the ability to get out the pocket, do things, make things happen. Relied on that a little too much in college and used his strength, didn't use his reads too much. He made it work. I thought he could, if he ever got his head straight, be decent to good in the NFL, but I didn't like drafting him because of the immaturity, because of the Johnny Football, because of the money sign, because of the autographs.
What about the text to the GM?
All that stuff.
Saying we're going to wreck this league.
All this,
the arrogance of this kid.
I have no problem with that. Anybody that wants to go win, you want to win. You want to be ticked off by the people who didn't draft you. Everyone does that. That's not a problem. What he did in college was stupid. I didn't think he was going to be good for the NFL because of that, because he needs to grow up, and he's just proven it now. I think a lot of people are throwing out the alcoholism because he went to rehab. which we don't even know if that's why he went to rehab. We don't know if that's why.
Is that what you think?
If it was alcohol, if it was other drugs, we haven't been told.
What do you think?
I think he had just problems in general. I think there was a lot of stuff involved. I don't think it was just alcohol. And even if that's the case, even if it wasn't alcohol, don't want to get involved with all that stuff and have it all go down the drain. But even so, I think that's being too much used as a crutch for him right now because, yes, it is a disease. It's something very important. But this guy wasn't out in the clubs because he was an alcoholic, if that's the case. He's out in the clubs because he's a famaholic. If you're that into drinking and you're that into, things like that, maybe you're just going to stay home and get drunk. If we caught him getting a DUI, if we caught him getting, the cops called on him because he's an idiot drunk at home and getting in a fight with someone, that'd be one thing. Out of the clubs 2 nights in a row, taking pictures with everybody, bottles in hand, that's not alcoholism. It might be, in some respects it might be. To me, it's more that he's a famaholic. He loves the attention. He loves being Johnny Football, even though he claims he's getting rid of that persona, just focusing and going to be Johnny Manziel and just play football. He's too into the fame, too into himself. That's going to be his biggest downfall. His hubris is going to kill him.
Right. It makes you appreciate Jameis Winston a lot more.
I'm not going to go that far.
For the maturity that he has shown as a rookie and the pitfalls we thought he was going to fall into.
Let's give him more than a year before we call him mature.
So far, so good? So far, so good?
So far, so decent. He had a great week last week. I'm not giving him a great season yet, though.
I'm talking about his maturity off the field.
He's stayed out of trouble. He's smart not to screw around, but we'll see where it goes from here.
One more question. Biggest famaholic, you referenced it. I thought that was an appropriate word we've ever seen from a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. Manziel, is that fair to say?
Biggest one? No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that at all.
T.O.?
There's been plenty. T.O. There's been plenty of guys that love the attention. Yeah. Iverson loved it. Plenty of guys that were out there doing rap videos, doing all these different things. Shaq was famaholic, but he made it work for him. There's been plenty of guys that have done worse than Manziel as far as being out in the public eye and being famous.
But here's what's interesting. The 3 guys you mentioned, first ballot Hall of Famers.
True. So what do you think? Tell us. Is Johnny Manziel out in Cleveland? Will someone else pick him up afterwards? Is he going to be the next attraction at Jerry's World down in Dallas?
No.
Who knows? We'll find out what comes up next for the world of Johnny Manziel. Mafia Shep, be back with you again tomorrow night talking about what is going on in sports, the biggest stories, the biggest topics, the biggest games. We'll cover it all until Frog gets back next week. From For All on the Bench, CBS Sports Radio. See you tomorrow night.